What is up? What is up? What is up? El Papi Troca. Well, today I'm Papi Stitch. Man, this camera's a little. Hold on, guys. It should be all right. I'm not Bluey. I'm this guy. I don't know if you could tell. He doesn't have teeth here. I guess this is when he's upset. But yeah, Halloween coming up. When this comes out, Halloween's tomorrow. And my company's having a little trunk or treat, so I decided, I asked the kids, and because I work Halloween night, so I'm not gonna be able to take them trick or treating. But I asked them if they would want to go to the trunk or treat for my company. Then I was like, "Do y'all want to decorate a trunk?" Because they gave us an option if we want to decorate or not. Which I signed up thinking like, okay, I'll decorate it, and they'll provide candy. But to my knowledge, they're not providing candy. So I'm going to have to go and buy candy. That's what I was told. I was like, oh, so the people that didn't want to participate in the trunk, they just get free candy while I have to purchase candy. I don't know. I'll let y'all know next week if they provided candy. But I'm going to buy candy just in case. And I got quite a bit of Pokemon cards with, I guess, a little pumpkin. A little Pikachu pumpkin on them, so they're Halloween themed. So I'll probably hand those out too. And we're all dressing up like this. My girlfriend will be the pink one, which is Angel. It sounds weird because I have the headphones on the outside. So, yeah, it sounds a little weird. But yeah, so I hope Halloween's on a Friday, so I hope everybody's gonna be safe. I'll be working. I only have one Whataburger, which I hope it isn't too bad. It's one of my earlier stops. Hoping everybody shows up afterwards from all the craziness. But I want to just so yeah, so we're gonna do that. And then that's about it. Cause your boy's on a budget. So I was wondering, why do people trick or treat? It says here, due to a combination of ancient tradition, like the Celtic festival of Samhain, and medieval practices which evolved into modern customs of going door to door for treats. Initially, people left food offerings for spirits during Damian and later went souling to pray for the dead. I remember I saw a thing about that. They would pray for the dead, and they would exchange for they're called soul cakes, but I think they were like little crackers. Speaking of cakes, shout out to Little Debbie. These are back. Halloween's not done yet, but man, Little Debbie, whenever you made this, you know how Ratatouille be on that guy's head? God was on your head, pulling your red hair like that rat. Because man, I haven't opened it yet. It's not gonna go past the weekend. I know that. I don't know what's in those cakes, and it's like the outside, it's like waxy, but they're just good. And so over time, these practices morphed into a playful community tradition in North America, where costume children ask for treats to avoid pranks. So I'm guessing they'll go door to door and they'll be like, "Do you got something for me? If not, we're gonna prank you." What were the pranks? I don't know. Going a-souling in medieval England and Ireland, people would go door to door on All Hallows Eve. So I'm guessing that's why Halloween comes. All Hallows Eve, the night before All Saints Day, asking for soul cakes in exchange for prayers for the deceased. So, if y'all were wondering why, this is why they go trick-or-treating, so they could pray. But prayers ain't free, apparently, right? So they would ask for soul cakes. I wonder if a soul cake's even good. I doubt they were Little Debbie cakes. I wonder if Little Debbie was back then. Because, man, if she was, I hope the soul cakes were made out of whatever she makes those Christmas. She does some other stuff that are cool, but Little Debbie be hitting on them Christmas cakes. I wonder if they're the same as other cakes. What are soul cakes? It's a small piece of baked tradition, All Souls Day. They're often flat, rounded, sometimes decorated with a cross made of dried fruit and historical link to the souling tradition where the poor would go door to door, receive soul cakes, and say prayers for the dead in return. Modern recipes, but typically ingredients are like flour, sugar, spices like cinnamon, nutmeg, and ginger. Ooh, nutmeg. That's that stuff that's in no, that's nougat. I wonder what nougat is. Yeah, they look kind of dry. But yeah. So that's why we go trick or treating, guys. Did y'all hear about the mob? Apparently in the NBA doing that little betting scandal or gambling scandal that they arrested a few people. I thought that was crazy. It says Portland Trailblazer coach Chauncey Billups, Miami Heat guard Terry Rozier, I don't know how to pronounce his name, and NBA former player Damon Johns all are facing criminal charges in the wake of the scandal, which also connected to the investigation that led to the NBA banning of Toronto Raptor player Jonte Porter. Federal authorities allege that intensive scheme spanned years, and there are more than 30 co-defendants accused of this. Damn, that's a lot of people. But yeah, but they're trying to say that that the mob that the mob's involved. Let me see where it says that right here. Federal authorities allege that the rigged poker games backed by the Bonanno Gambino and Genovese organized crime families of La Cosa Nostra began as early as 2019. One specific game involving Billups on this date alleged, and this they're talking about the date is April 9th, 2019. Defrauded victims of out more than $50,000. The scheme featured a shuffling machine that had secretly altered to use concealed technology to read cards. Oh, this is about cards. Yeah, I saw that they had some glasses that you could tell. I guess if you hold the cards up, it'll tell you what the face value is. It'll say a K for king, queen, the Q, all that. I guess these are all timelines on. I'm trying to see where it starts with the. These are all poker games. Games involving the player. Accused private information known. Oh, so they're saying they're talking about the people that there's NBA players giving out private information, like for example saying so and so's hurt and no one knows that he's hurt, but the player will message someone saying like, hey, our best player is hurt, so bet against our team, for example, or bet on the other team to win. NBA games individual performances, including federal indictment. They provided a co-conspirators and non-public information in exchange of flat fee or expected wagering profits for the. I remember this happened with that referee. I think it was for like a Miami game or something, like the finals, but I don't think it was anything like this. The morning before, between the Los Angeles Lakers and Milwaukee Bucks, Jones accused of providing non-public injury information about a unnamed player who fits the description of LeBron James. So we don't know if it's Mr. LeBron James, but this Jones guy accused of providing non-public because I guess LeBron James didn't play first couple games. So yeah, so that's what I guess they're being accused of. So I was talking to my friend about this, and he was like, "Man, I wonder if they're involved with the NFL." I was like, "What do you mean?" Because if they are, that'll explain why my Dallas Cowboys have been losing a lot, or why they lost against the Broncos. I think that's what he said. So I thought that was funny, but who knows? It might be. Supposedly it's like $100 billion thing going on, and they're projecting like this whole betting thing. If it keeps on going in 5 years, it's gonna hit almost 200 billion. That's just crazy. I go on Price Picks and I bet every now and then, and I wish I could get information. I mean, who doesn't want to make more money? You know what I mean? But it sucks because I guess it takes away the integrity. Because like right now, who watches anything live? You know what I mean? I think sports is one of the few, if not, well, I guess one of the few things that people still watch live. Because I don't know anything else that is playing live that we watch. I know that I don't watch. I watch sports every now and then. I prefer like boxing or MMA, like UFC, combat sports. I prefer to watch that every now and then. I'll watch a football game. I might watch a basketball game for sure, maybe the finals, but typically I'm working those nights, so I can't. I'm not gonna lose sleep or not go to work for a game. I just wouldn't do that. I know some people that do that are really diehard fans, but that's just not me. But I think sports is like one of the few things that is live. Like I don't know too many people that watch, late night shows, or too many people that watch like I remember just growing up, like there was certain times a day like, oh, so and so's gonna be out. We have to watch it because it's gonna be live. We don't want to miss it. Whether it's the news, whether it's on Saturdays, people watch Saturday Night Live. Spanish, we had Sábado Gigante. That was pretty good. So I think all that has gone away. Well, at least in my perspective, because I don't know anybody who really has cable or watches an antenna. Everything's streaming now, and it's rare for stuff that isn't sport to be streaming live. Netflix will have maybe a comedy show or comedy special live. I think they did Joe Rogan first. Maybe they did maybe Chris Rock or something. I know they did a couple other people, but it's just crazy how the one thing live, like you're messing with it, and it's for money. And it's crazy to me that like, it has to be the love for the gamble, that thrill. I know if and when I gamble, I get a thrill. Man, am I gonna win? Am I not gonna win? Like that dopamine hits. Like that's why I don't like going to casinos, because I love it. I love that feeling, and I can't just leave with winning $100 or $200. I want to win over five. That's just how my mind works. That's why I try not to go. Excuse me. But some people like it. They're doing 50,000. It says here $100,000 wagers. Look, it says here, where is it at? Right here. Prior to the game between Portland Trailblazer and Chicago Bulls, according to the indictment, an unnamed co-conspirator who fits the description of Billups allegedly told co-defendant Eric Ernest the Trailblazers were tanking and several of their best players would not be playing. Ernest then provided a non-public information to Fairley, who promised to pay at least $5,000 in bets against the Trailblazers, where Trailblazers were successful. Farley and Hennon then placed more than $100,000 in wagers that the Portland would lose the game. The Blazers wound up not playing their four leading scorers for the season, and the lineups changed once the official injury report was released. Approximately 30 minutes before tip off, the Bulls then beat the Trailblazers 124-96. Like, I guess that's the thing. Like, you're letting people know our four best scorers are not playing, so bet against us. And I'm sure, like, they placed more than $100,000 in wagers. So imagine what the winnings were. You know what I mean? There's times that I bet like $20. I mean, I just do over unders on Price Picks, and the outcome is like sometimes 37 times that. I know there's times that it's 40 times that. So just imagine betting $100,000 and winning 40 times that. How much is that? Like, what, 4 million? Maybe. Let's see. 40 times 100,000. That's 1 million. 40. Sorry, I'm using the. It has to be. It has to be a 4 million. So just imagine $100,000 and you made 4 million in 2 hours. That's pretty good. And let's say you just keep half of that. Oh, that's crazy. But yeah, anyway, so back to the sport. Sports is the only live thing we watch. Like, I was thinking because the other day, like, it was my girl and I, and we were trying to find out what to watch. And it's crazy how we have so much stuff, whether it's TikTok, whether it's Netflix, Hulu, Paramount, Amazon Prime, all these streaming services, and like we have access to some of them, and we can never find anything to watch. I think from my generation down, like we have so much entertainment to where I don't know if it's just over, but man, we just looked through so many things, and there were so many things that could possibly have been good to watch, but we just nah. We ended up finding a cool little show, but I was there for like 20 minutes just looking. She looked maybe for like two or three. So I hear you pick. I was looking, man, for like 20 minutes. I went to like different streaming services just to find something. Like, it's crazy how we have so much entertainment, so much things that'll captivate our time that could entertain us, but yet I feel like sometimes we're just bored. You know what I mean? It's so easy for us to just grab the phone and just start swiping, just looking at stuff. There's times I'm in the toilet and my business probably took 3 minutes, but I'm there for 15. You know what I mean? Like, it's just crazy how, and I think it's our minds are getting used to just 15-second, like goldfishes. They say goldfishes, they don't have like a 3-4 second memory. That's us now. Just boom, next, boom, next, boom, next, boom, next, boom, next. I don't know. I think it's crazy how we have so much right now, but yet we get bored. You know, like even YouTube videos there's YouTube videos that are hour long, and it's just shorts, different shorts. I think our mind is getting used to that whole swipe up, swipe up. Like, every social media platform has now incorporated that swipe up motion. So I don't know. I thought about that and I thought it was pretty weird that we have so much yet we're so bored. Like, there's times like, yeah, I'll watch a movie. Like, I like action movies and I'll read the description and I might watch it, but 9 times out of 10, I'll just skip it. And I typically end up watching something that I've already seen before. They say that's some kind of a social anxiety because it won't surprise you or something like that. Something along those lines. I don't know. But I don't know. I just think it's crazy. I don't know if y'all are the same way where y'all are just scrolling, trying to find something and then y'all can't find nothing. So yeah, just crazy. So I hope y'all have a good Halloween, All Hallows Eve. I hope little Debbie keeps on making these Christmas cakes. I hope they don't stop till, for at least for the next 2 months for sure, because Christmas is coming up. So y'all be safe. Dude, I wonder if we still check candies. I remember back in the day, like, supposedly they were poisoning or putting stuff in the candies that I think I went trick-or-treating like twice in my life when I was little, and they had to examine the candy. Obviously, you got to charge a tax to your kids. My kids know all the Snickers come to me. So charge your kids a tax if you take them. I'll see you next time, guys. Y'all be safe.